Hello, YouTube. Um, this is kind of like my first video, so I'm really excited to be doing this. So for today, I just wanted to kind of get on here and talk about my au pair experience, answer some questions that a lot of people have had regarding au pairing. Um, and so, yeah, I have the questions right here, like pretty much typed up. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on because I'm blind, or may not be blind. So let's just roll right in because I really want to keep this video kind of short. I just want to answer the questions and kind of, hopefully I'm long-winded, but I really want to keep it short. So let's see how that goes. Why did you decide to au pair? So I decided to au pair because the internships, I really did not want to stay in Atlanta, where I'm from, for the summer. I really just felt like I needed to get out of here, and I like tried to get some internships out of the state, like in New York, LA, and I didn't get any of those internships. So I kind of was panicking, and I just looked up, kind of how I can get out of here for cheap because I had no money, I had no way of getting out of here. I just knew that I couldn't stay here for the summer. So when I Googled and I found au pairing, like basically they pay for everything for you, I thought, yes, sign me up. And so within a month of me, not even like, I think 2 weeks of me like finding out about au pairing, I had already found a family and booked my plane ticket and I was ready to go. So yeah, the second question is, how did you find out about being an au pair? So basically, like I just said, I Googled it and I found this website. I didn't know if it was legit or not, but I found it. I made my profile, everything, and I was like, if it's not legit, then I already bought my plane ticket, so I'm gonna be in Italy. What service did I use? I used aupairworld.com. It's really, so there's multiple services that you can do. You can do like, you can pay for it, where they have like a I don't know what it, like how to explain it, but you can pay like $600 and they find a family for you. They, buy your plane ticket. They pretty much do everything for you, and it's also kind of like insurance. The one I did is kind of less legit, because it's just a website, and that's where families put their profiles. You put your profile, you connect, and then you go. There's no like kind of middleman for that, like on agencies, which I did not use. So yes, I used aupairworld.com. Where in Italy was I? I was in a place called Cesena, which is a province of Tuscany. So when I decided to do au pairing, like I pretty much had the pick of where I wanted to go in Europe, pretty much anywhere I really wanted to go. And at first I wanted to go to Spain, and but I knew that I wanted to be in a small town because I live in Atlanta, which is such a big city, that I kind of needed a break and I wanted to breathe. So when this family reached so I wanted to be in Spain, but then this family in Chechnya reached out to me, and I like talked to them. I fell in love with them. I looked at their town. Their town wasn't like that great on the pictures, but then I just saw that it was on a beach, and I love water. I love the beach. So when I found that out, I was like, yes, definitely that's where I need to be. So yes, Chechnya. It's a very small city in Tuscany on the beach, and it's beautiful. Like when I tell you, I am in love like with that place. It's about 45 minutes from Pisa, which people know. Do you speak Italian? Did you pick up the language while working there? What's it like in a country and a family whose first language differs from yours? Okay, so did I speak Italian? No. So I really originally wanted to go to Spain because I wanted to learn Spanish. But then, like I said, this family reached out to me, and I also know basic Spanish. I know no Italian. So I was really scared about that because if I would have picked a big city like a Milan, Rome, most people there, since it's a touristy city, most people there speak English, but I chose a really small city where like no one there really speaks English. So I was really scared about that. But I don't know. It's weird. Like language is important, but language is not that important, which is what I learned. Like, I communicated fine with people who did not speak English, and I communicated well with them, but I didn't speak Italian. It's just about, like, there's different languages besides English. Like, there's physical, there's, like, I did a lot of hand gestures, but also my host parents did speak a little English, or like English enough to speak to them, which was great. The kids that I watched did not speak any English, so that was kind of hard to, like, watching kids and, like, teaching them English and they don't speak any English. It was kind of difficult, but I don't know. I loved them and they loved me, and we didn't have to speak the language to know that. But I did pick up Italian. I did. I actually wrote. I wish I brought my journal in here. I wrote the words that I learned, and mostly it's kid Italian. Like, it's like, come here, sit down, stop that, stop fighting, where are you going, are you hurt, are you okay? So it's basic Italian. It's Italian that, like, it's important to know if you're watching kids. But I did pick up some Italian, actually, more than I thought I would, which is awesome. Like, when you submerge yourself in culture, it's easy to pick it up. What did you learn? What skills did you gain? I learned a lot, more than I set out to learn. I really learned about myself because I was in such a small city. On the beach, I really had time to meditate and really had time to just, like, think about myself, especially because I didn't really have friends there. Like, I made friends, thankfully, but I was there all summer. I didn't have friends at first, and so I was really by myself a lot. And besides, like, with the family, but no one, like, really my age, like, going out, hanging out. So, like, I really just sat and thought about my life and where I wanted to be and, like, what makes me happy and what got me here, And I really, maybe I'll make another video talking about, like, really going in depth about what I learned, but overall, I really learned about myself in this stage of my life. I think that every stage I learned something new about myself. Like, college helped me learn something new, high school helped me learn something new, like, different things in my life helped me learn, but, like, this experience definitely made me realize a lot about myself, which was awesome. The skills that I gained was definitely, like, people skills and, like, how to communicate without words, and how to communicate in, like, a loving way and, like, a way that people will understand if they don't really understand your language. And I think that skill is going to be very important for my major, which is communications, because I want to do international communications, and I know that the language barrier is going to be there, and so you're going to have to figure out how to communicate with them, which, I did. So what was the best aspects of being an au pair? What was the most challenging? So for me, the best aspects of being an au pair was just being surrounded by family. When I made my profile, I said that I really, really didn't want to feel like I was a worker, like, in their house. I really wanted to feel like a family member. And luckily, I picked a family that really wanted me to be like a family member. So I really was submerged in their family, and I felt loved, like, very, very loved. And I come from, like, a single mom household. I'm the only child, so it's just me and my mom. So I don't really get to be around the big families like that with all that, craziness that comes with having a big family. So I really appreciated that, and I really, really, really loved that. And just being submerged in culture that is different. It was just amazing. Like, I didn't see the parts of Italy that was, where tourists go. I saw, like, real Italy, like what real Italians do. I didn't see, the tourist part, and that's, like, probably the best part. The most challenging and the most rewarding was definitely au pairing for the kids. It was just, like, the au pair, like, teaching English and, like, being with the kids. When I first got there, I really thought the kids hated me. I really did. I grew to realize that they didn't hate me, like, they actually loved me. But because of the language barrier, I would be telling them to do something, and they would just look at me and, like, just not do it. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you have to do this. But, that was the most challenging, just trying to figure out how to discipline them, how to teach them English, how to love them without that language there. But also it was the most rewarding because at the end of the trip, like, those are my babies. What advice would you have for other potential au pairs for host families? Oh, for other potential au pairs and then also for host families. So the advice I would give is for au pairs is to not overthink it. I cannot tell you how many people I've told about this that just are scared to do it or just can't believe it's real. And it's like, no, you can do it. Like, you just don't overthink it. Just do it. But make sure that you have a host family that is gonna treat you like you are a part of their family. If that's what you want, just make sure you get a host family that treats you the way that you want them to treat you and that you are valuable. If you're going somewhere to teach English, you are a valuable player. Don't let them make you feel like you aren't of value. And have fun. Like, it's a fun experience. Also, something that I just did that I think is awesome is to bring a little piece. If you do decide to au pair and you go to the country, bring them a present. Like, bring them something from your country. Advice for host families is to make sure you do your research so you get someone that also is going to do what you want them to do, but also make sure you treat them like human beings, like not like they're servants. And just make sure you're ready for it, because honestly, yes, if you're going to be a host family, you're basically taking in a child, like not a child, but someone that you're going to have to take care of. Like, you're going to have to feed them, you're going to have to clothe, like, not clothe them, they have their own clothes, but you have to feed them, you have to house them, you have to give them transportation, and you have to pay them. So that's a lot. So you have to be ready to be able to do that. Yeah, so that was the last question. This video went longer than I thought it would. I was going to edit it, but I don't think I'm going to have time. So I hope this video answered you guys' questions. And yeah. Thanks for watching.